Another student was on with Brian Williams, PMS NBC, said banning guns just creates a higher demand. It will not prevent school shootings. That was Brandon Minoff, a student at the Hess school shooting, was interviewed by Brian Williams. Williams asked the kid what he would do about school shooting if he were a lawmaker. He said, gun-wise, I don't think there's any way to prevent it. You outlaw guns, it just creates higher demand for them. So what was your reaction when you heard that it was him? I wasn't surprised. It was unfortunate to hear. More and more people, unsurprised. Guy said he was going to do it. FBI, by the way, admits that they were warned. Audio soundbite number 4. This is in Florida this morning at a press conference about the shooting. FBI Special Agent in Charge Rob Lasky.
In 2017, the FBI received information about a comment made on a YouTube channel. The comment simply said, "I'm going to be a professional school shooter." No other information was included with that comment, which would indicate a time, location, or the true identity of the person who made the comment. The FBI conducted database reviews, checks, but was unable to further identify the person who actually made the comment.
Aha! So they were unable to identify the person that made the comment. Now, the person that claimed to be making the comment was Nicholas Cruz. The FBI here is saying they looked at all the databases and the checks. They were unable to further identify the person who made the comment. So it might not have actually been Cruz who made the comment. But they're admitting they were warned that somebody said they were going to do this. They just couldn't track down who. It may well be, folks, if you're thinking about committing a crime and you want to evade capture, make sure you have no connection to the Trump dossier. And your odds of getting away with it vastly enhanced, I would think. Fran Townsend, I'm saying that a bit in jest, but I do, folks, look, they knew and they weren't able to find the guy. They've been looking for 2 years for evidence to corroborate the Steele dossier, and they haven't found anything there. Fran Townsend, she was in the Bush administration, and I think she was a counterterrorism advisor to George W. Bush. She was on CBS this morning today talking to Gayle King, the BFF of the Oprah. And she had an analogy that she wanted to make.
When we think of Homeland Security, we think of terrorism issues, we think of natural disasters. We don't think of school shootings. And, you know, right now, when you think of this is the 18th school shooting this year. Last year, this time we had 7.
Should we rethink Homeland Security? Because it sure feels like terrorism to me. It hurts as badly. It's just as terrible. Do we need to rethink what Homeland Security really means?
I think that's exactly right, Gail. I mean, imagine for a moment if the shooter had been a Muslim. We'd have been having a different kind. That's exactly right. And how wrong does that feel?
Wait, wait a minute. What? If the shooter had been Muslim, what would be different? Oh, we'd be calling it terrorism? No, we wouldn't. No, we sure as hell wouldn't. If the shooter was Muslim, we'd all be warned about the backlash against Muslims. It wouldn't be called terrorism. We'd have the FBI and law enforcement and members of Congress out there admonishing all of us to believe it was not terrorism. That's what would be happening if the shooter was Muslim. Man, look at the prejudice that exists here, even among people at the highest levels. I mean, Fran Townsend was really high-ranking. Homeland Security, counterterrorism. She's no slouch. And yet she throws in this comment, well, imagine if the shooter had been a Muslim. Now, I know the conversation is about terrorism. Gayle King thinks, hey, this is terrorizing, this is terrorism. Yeah, but imagine if the shooter was Muslim. If the shooter was Muslim, everybody in government would be trying to tell us that we didn't see what we saw and that it wasn't what we thought it was. That's what would be happening.